This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. I hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend so far. Gotta excuse me. I got double noise going on for some reason. Let me bring on my co-host. And how you doing, John?
What's
Middle-aged
up,
man.
Paul? How are you?
This freaking thing is repeating me. I'm going to go in and out and let you
All
talk
right,
some,
no
okay?
How's everybody out there in Finsland? Anybody who's watching, whether you're on Huddle, Fire Stick, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, glad you could join us. Papa Paul's having a little technical difficulty there, but he'll get it figured out. Don't know what Papa Paul has on the agenda, but a couple quick articles that I saw. One was who should get paid first, Hill or Tua? How's it now? Any better?
No, I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, I think I just took care of it.
Got it?
Yeah, and let me see if I can.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Oh my God, it was driving me batty because it was on a delayed reaction.
So you're hearing yourself a couple seconds later?
Yeah, about 5 seconds later, and I'm like, "What? Oh, okay." Matt Henry, good evening. Ryan AP, I know you checked in early. I don't know if you're still out there, my brother. This coming Wednesday, the pups get their first round of shots and health certificate, and I will hook up with you about meeting up with you for your pup you're getting. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. Been a good week for me. How about you, John?
Yeah, I can't complain. Work, and then rest when I can, and got to pay the bills. Got to be able to travel. Got to pay off that credit card for booking all them flights to come down to Florida.
Yeah, most definitely. There's a little something I want to bring up. Let me find it real quick. I don't know if you heard about the news this afternoon, or actually it happened yet last night.
Which one?
The Minnesota Vikings player?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
Yes, Kyrie Jackson.
24 years old.
Rookie. It would have been his rookie season. He was just drafted. They were actually hit by a supposed drunk driver, and he was a passenger in the car. So, it's very sad. And thoughts and prayers out to him, his family, the Minnesota Vikings, all that. I mean, we have so many ways of transportation now. There's no reason anybody needs to be drinking and driving.
I agree, man. Call Uber, call a taxi, call Lyft, call a friend.
Exactly. I mean, It's so sad. I mean, 24. It's sad to see these young kids. As a matter of fact, even talking about young kids, there was, I think it was here in Florida or even here in Tampa. I don't remember the whole story, but there was a drive-by, basically. 2 cars, they jumped out shooting. There was 2 women and 3 children. And there was an 8-year-old kid that ended up dying. All they know is that it was some sort of incident that happened earlier or something. I mean, if you can't shoot a gun straight at exactly who you want to shoot it at, which you shouldn't be shooting it at anybody, don't shoot it around any kids.
Listen, if you're in the criminal element, you don't care what's around or whatever.
I understand that, but come on, it's just getting so sad in this world today.
Well, I mean, listen, it's been sad for a long time. It's just with social media, you hear about more of it.
Oh,
you hear about it instantly.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree with you that, but it's also getting worse though in a lot of ways. I mean, in a lot of ways, it is getting worse. Where I grew up, even in the whole county, you didn't hear about the things going on like you would now. Even in the same county, talking about, not all over the place, but I'm talking about the same county. There's incidences in the county I grew up now that I would have never even thought of hearing about growing up.
Right. Well, you probably wouldn't have heard about them because there was no social media.
Well, I mean, but news, the regular news, there's stuff that makes the news all the time, and
yeah, but there's so little that actually makes the news, and most of it's just bad news. So I mean, it's
well, that's why I don't
bad news. It's garbage.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch the news, because it's 90% bad news and it's ridiculous.
Yep. Before we forget, big shout out to one of our co-hosts, Tom O'Gara. Today's his 34th birthday.
Young man. Yes, Tom is a great man. I appreciate everything Tom does for everybody, and especially what he does for the things he does helps me out with. I mean, he is the president. He is the president of WCFL Helping Hands Incorporated. Yep. I may be the founder, but he's the president. I'm just the founder and treasurer. I don't mean jack. He's a good man. He helps me out getting stuff. Matter of fact, I got to try and run some raffles real soon. Try and raise some money for really DCC, because registration's next month for DCC.
Yeah, middle of August it starts.
And I mean, I have a little over $400 right now in the bank account just for DCC. So, and that's for the whole team. It'll go under my name until a certain point, then everything else will go over the team. But I'm actually going to see about selling memorabilia down at tailgating.
I think it's okay as long as you put something out there saying all proceeds go to DCC, but I would check with the Dolphins on that.
Well, I will, but that's where all the proceeds will be going to anyway. So
right, I think if you put a sign out saying that, you're okay.
And I put a sign out anyway saying all our profits go to DC, go to charity, which is DCC, and with everything I sell out there at tailgating, I have a sign that I post every game. 100% of our profits go to DCC, polycystic kidney disease research, and helping the community.
Yep.
So that being said, just looking at an article here, something we've talked about here in the past is what Mike McDaniel must improve on in year 3. I mean, we know what we feel he must improve on. Right. I can't say we know what he needs to improve on. But.
Well, he play calling, making it simpler, give Tua time to audible, getting the plays in quicker, making it, the language a lot less so it doesn't take him 15 seconds just to call the play in, spreading the ball around more, using the tight ends more, and not abandoning the run.
Well, glad you said that, because the first one is run the ball.
Yep.
With the style of the Dolphins offense, the ability of their playmakers, it is easy to stray from the run. However, the Dolphins could not control the clock too often due to incomplete passes. being too cute in short yardage situations, which I agree with 1,000% on that,
Yep.
and over adjusting. The run game was frequently effective in the first half, but non-existent in the second half. And how many times after the show or after the game during our show in the middle of the week, we would say that?
Yep. Constantly.
I mean, oh my gosh, that was so bad.
You're able to run the ball or keep running it until they stop you.
Yeah, the Dolphins running back room is arguably its best unit. McDaniel needs to control the pace of the game, not only to improve on offense, but give the defense some rest too.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. This article right here, that first part is spot on. I mean, in 2023, the Dolphins averaged 4.8 yards per carry, which ranked among the top in the NFL. Sticking with the run will force the defense to come up, creating more opportunities for Hill, Waddle, Smith, and others in play action and RPOs. I believe there's a real possibility that Mostert and Achane could both reach 1,000 rushing yards this season.
Oh, absolutely. If Achane stayed healthy, they probably would have both done it last year.
Oh yeah, I think you and I both know he would have. Really, I mean, but as we know, injuries happen. I agree with that point in the article so far, 1,000%. I mean, 4.8 yards per carry we're averaging.
Yeah. Think about it. You run the ball 3 times, you got a first down again.
Exactly.
When you run the ball twice, it's 3rd and 1.
Yes. And you really, I mean, you don't need to pull some trickery, or as they said, what was that word he said? Where was it? Oh, come on. I know it's right here. Well, over adjusting or man, I can't find it now. Of course I can't.
You gotta print it out and use a highlighter.
Oh, being too cute in short yardage situations.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, how many bubble screens, wide receiver screens? I mean, it's just stop being cute, run a damn ball.
Exactly. I mean, don't try the screens that we hollered about left and right, throwing the ball 5 yards behind the line. If you're going to do a screen, at least get it to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I mean, a screen has to be a little behind because the receiver has to step back to let the others come up and block. But I mean, come on, it's you're throwing 5 yards behind, they run for 7, they only gain 2.
Yeah, well,
it's enough to drive you nuts.
Next article they're saying is throw the red flag. If an NFL coach gets only one of their first 2 challenges correct this season, they will earn a third. Okay. Previously, both challenges had to be correct to earn a third. Instant replay has become crucial in sports, altering momentum-changing plays and ensuring officiating accuracy. However, McDaniel and his staff have struggled with this aspect. Well,
what is he, like a 90% fail rate?
I think so because, I mean, he throws the ball, the red flag, when he really shouldn't. And then when we're all hollering for the red flag, he doesn't throw it.
Yep. And that may be, just knowing that, hey, I get a second one wrong, I don't get another one. So,
well, this year that's going to change because if he gets one right, he's got 2 more to go then.
Yep.
So, after only having a single successful challenge in his rookie year, Coach McDaniel is now 3-10 on challenges in his young coaching career.
All right, so he's at 70%.
70%, yeah.
70% wrong.
Exactly. Only 30% correct.
If that was baseball, he'd be all right because he'd be batting 300.
Yeah, but if you're in school, that's a definite F there.
Oh, absolutely.
Entering year 3, McDaniel and Dolphins must improve on when and what to challenge, especially with opportunity to challenge 3 plays. I agree.
And that goes upstairs too, because he's got somebody watching, the replay upstairs that calls down to him. I don't know who it is, but
Well, I mean, there was a couple last year that I know we were hollering for, and they never threw the red flag because we could see it on the screen, the
or
big
on
screen.
TV, yeah, or on TV when you're home, and
Yeah.
and no red flag.
Ryan AP, I agree with you. He says I agree. Let Alec Ingold run a full black dive when we're
Absolutely.
if we get 4.8 runs, you're third and one. Yeah. Alec Ingold or even Chris Brooks. Straight up the gut,
Listen, I know some fans don't believe in it, but I'm all for taking Tua out on those and letting somebody else run the tush push. Keep Tua's head keep Tua's head healthy. Don't let him take the hits, and throw Skyler in there or something and let him take the snap and do the tush push with him.
Yeah. I mean, it's something. Hopefully they work on something. While not every team excels at challenges, the importance lies in knowing when and where to use them. Okay, yeah, but divisional rival Sean McDermott ranks just ahead of McDaniel with a 10-23 clip, while one of the better coaches at challenging is Brian Daboll with a record of 7-3. So he's,
he's at 70% right.
Yeah. I mean, that's an honest C at least. Or D, wherever you go to school at.
Yeah, but at least with that, I mean, 70% right. I mean, I'd give him a B+ for that.
Oh, yeah, especially in football. Yeah, with that. Raphael, thanks for joining us, my brother. Eagles definitely took advantage of having a pro rugby player, Jordan Maita, on their O-line. We're doing good, Raphael. How are you doing, my brother? One of the other things he's saying, continue to be himself. Not about improvement, but instead of recognizing what has brought McDaniel's success. He is a player's coach as evidenced by Hard Knocks. Okay, I mean, I agree with that.
I think he's a wonderful guy. I think he's smart. I think he's very intelligent. But with that intelligence comes overthinking, outthinking himself. Keep it simple.
Yeah. Well, as we say, keep it simple, stupid.
Yep. I mean, throw a wrinkle in here or there to keep the defense honest, but you're running for 4.5 yards or better on average. Run the damn ball. If Tyreek only has 12 or 1,300 yards for the season, okay. If Waddle's got 1,000, no problem. If Mostert's got 1,300 rushing and Achan's got another 1,000 yards rushing, no problem.
Hey, I'll take all that. If we was to get all that this year, I mean, well, look, Waddle's had 3 years in a row with 1,000+ yards.
Yep.
Mostert had 1,000. Achan had 800 still last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think he missed 4 games. 4 or 5.
And he didn't play a lot in the very beginning of the year because he was a rookie.
Yeah, the first 2 games, he didn't play one of the first 2 games, and he only had 1 or 2 downs in this other game.
Right.
So you got to look. I mean, he would have easily had 1,000 yards the way he was going.
I mean, listen, if Tua doesn't lead the league in passing, that's fine. If he's got 42, 4,400, 30 touchdowns with only 7 or 8 picks, I'm good with that. That means they're putting points on the board. They're moving the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We're getting closer and closer. We got 10 days till rookies report to training camp, or 9 days now, is it? It's 10 days. Today's the 6th. 10 days till rookies report to training camp. 17 days till veterans report to training camp. And then I think today's the 6th. Got 23 days until open training camp.
So what else was in that article?
That was it. It was the third one. The third one was just talking about him staying himself.
Okay.
This is not an improvement, but instead recognizing what he has bought, as evidenced by Hard Knocks, shown he can be a teammate, a friend, and a coach all at once. He relates to his players and puts them in positions to succeed, and that's what players want. McDaniel does it differently from his sideline attire to his one-liners in the press. He gets it done. If McDaniel can keep the Dolphins playing as a team for each other with one goal in mind, he will make his year 3 jump, much like his mentor from San Francisco. Well, you know what? I hope so on that.
Well, I mean, that's
I
what
really
we all
do.
hope for, but, you got to wait and see and see how it works out. But, you win 11, 12 games again this year in the regular season. Now you got to win a playoff game.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a wait and see. I've been actually the last few days, I've been jumping on a couple different podcasts for the first time actually in 3 or 4 months or longer. It actually felt good. And there's different things talking about. Someone was talking about it was Lewis, and I'm trying to get it correct because I don't want to mess up Lewis's words. If we ended up paying Tua $40 million a year plus the $23 million this year, give him a contract for $40 million a year for the next 3 years, would we be happy with it? Well, I'd be happy with that. The question is he going to be happy with it? I don't know if that's all his exact words, but
there is no way Tua is only signing for $40 million a year. It's not happening.
Oh,
Which brings me to an article I just saw right before we started. Somebody posted up that Ross is not happy with Tua, hasn't been happy with Tua, and this is just one guy writing an article, and I didn't read it to see who it was, but that after this season they're going to trade and bring Rams quarterback over to the AFC East and trade Tua to LA Rams, Matt Stafford. I'm like, get the hell out of here. And that's signing Matt Stafford. He's 30-something years old. Tua's only 26.
Yeah, well, as we always say, it's one person's opinion. And as far as anything that's said by Ross, as far as I'm concerned, unless it comes from the horse's mouth, it's hearsay.
Right.
And you know me, I don't believe anything I hear and only half of what I see.
I mean, listen, these guys put this at the top of the article just to get your attention.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They're trolls, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to get your attention, get you to start arguing back and forth with them on something. The same old, same old.
Yep.
From good to great, how the Dolphins offense will take the next step in 2024. I'm going to read a little bit of that article in a second.
Yeah, well, listen, they were great in the beginning of the year and not great at the end.
Exactly. And, of course, a lot of injuries had to do with that. Offensive line, receivers, a little bit of everything. They did go downhill, yes. The Dolphins offseason has been successful at receiving an A- from ESPN's Seth Walder. Okay, that's a start, but doesn't mean much.
I'm going to mute myself for 1 second. I got to run outside.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, everything's fine there. While losing some big-name players, the Dolphins added quality players at a reasonable price. Miami was able to lock up wide receiver Jalen Waddle, which added to an already stacked offense. Offense this season will exceed that of 2023. Okay. Year 3. It begins with the third year of the Tua McDaniel connection, which it's a plus. I mean, how long has it been since we've had 3 years with the same coach and 3 years with the coach and quarterback?
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
Yeah,
quite a while since we're Tops in the league in both quarterbacks and head coaches in the last 25 years.
Yeah. Another year to grow the dynamic offense Miami has introduced to the NFL. The pre-snap motions, the speed, and the explosiveness took the league by storm last season, yet it began to slow down. Tua has made a jump each NFL season with an even better offense and another offseason honing his skills. What's saying that can't happen again? Can Tua slimming down add the elusiveness and ability to scramble back to his game? He believes so.
That's one thing I'd like to see is when he sees the open field is run, get those 5, 6, 7 yards, slide, get down, get the first down, and keep the drive going.
Yeah. Well, and improving in short yardage. This season, McDaniel and Dolphins must improve on third and short yardage. Oh, God, do we know that?
Yeah.
How many times have we – I mean, weren't we one of the teams that had the most first downs after a fourth down last year?
Yeah, we were up in the tops, but it shouldn't come to that. I mean,
that's exactly what I was about to say. It shouldn't come to that. Yeah, okay, the Dolphins only ran the ball 15 times on third or fourth and one. Well, when you're third and one, that's what you should be doing is running the ball.
Yeah,
not passing.
90% of the time, yeah. Every now and then you got to do something different to keep the defense honest, but,
But, I mean, look how many times on third and ones the Eagles did the tush push and all.
Right. And it works. So
yeah.
If it works for them, why can't it work for us?
And that part there was actually Jason Sarney saying that, which good friend of ours.
Absolutely. Is Jason watching or?
I haven't seen him yet.
Okay.
He might be. He catches us now and then. I try to. Still got to get a friggin' mouse for this laptop. It makes it easier to send out invites and everything. Because otherwise, I'm doing everything with my big monster fingers and stuff.
Jason, if you're watching, message Papa Paul. He'll send you the invite.
The Dolphins only ran. Okay, the Dolphins' offensive line should be stronger on the interior, getting Isaiah Wynn back, adding Aaron Brewer, and having competition available at right guard. Well, it's another one of those wait and see. I hope so, but I think we'll learn a lot in training camp, I feel, because it seems like they have more open training camp days this year than they've had in the past.
What was an open training camp usually like 2 weeks long?
Well, it's usually about a total of 8 to 10 days.
Okay.
And let me pull it up here real quick. And I actually think it's more than that this year because I think partially because of the joint training with the Jaguars and the Falcons.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 training day camps. We've never had, as long as I've been going, this is my third year, we haven't 10, I think. 10, 11 was like, I don't even think we've had 11. I think it's been like 10.
Yeah, it's usually 2 weeks, Monday to Friday, so yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, Saturday, August 3rd is Members Day, and that will be held in the stadium. Oh, no, Friday, August 2nd is Members Day.
Now, what is members? Season ticket holders or?
Season ticket holders, yeah. Season ticket holders only. But, I mean, they can get the tickets and just pass them on to somebody else a lot of times.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, if you have 4 tickets, you can bring 3 other people in with you.
Yeah. But it's actually Saturday, August 3rd is actually where it's held at the stadium. It doesn't say Members Day on that. Members Day is actually Friday, August 2nd.
Okay.
These little freaking gnats around here driving me crazy. So there's 13 days of open training camp for everybody. Wednesday, August 7th is going to be the one right before the Jaguars preseason game. And Thursday, August 15th is right before the a Falcons preseason game. Now, my schedule has possibly changed. I won't know until later this week, really. I know I will be down for the whole first 6 open training camps. I might have to come home on the 4th because of doctor's appointments and stuff, which I'm trying to work around, but I won't know more until later this week. But if anybody wants to come down and meet me at training camp, I'll be doing a little bit of live stuff in the mornings at training camp, because training camp starts at 10:30. 11 on Saturday when it's in the stadium. But 10:30, I'm usually there. The gates usually open 9 o'clock sharp, and I'm usually there at first one at the gate at like 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning. You know, I'm the one who gets up early, sits there just at the gate talking to whoever shows up and having fun. Plus, I bring donuts to the workers. Talked to Paris today. Paris is doing well. He's just trying to take it easy, trying to get used to the new lifestyle and stuff, which he needs to. So go back to the article. Dolphins also added dynamic running back Jalen Wright, who is out of Tennessee and has a chance to help in short yardage situations. I mean, having 3 excellent running backs like we have right now, plus Chris Brooks and Alec Ingold. I mean, we got to have. I know I'm putting the horse before the cart, or the cart before the horse, as they say, but we got to have like the best running back core looking at them right now, as far as paper goes.
Yeah, on paper, no doubt. I mean, it's got to be, if it's not the top room, it's got to be one of the top rooms. The only big knock on the running back room is that most it's 31, almost 32 years old. So, you know, other than that, Chan is young, Brooks is young, Wright obviously is young because we just drafted him. So,
well, there's another thing bringing that up. Someone on another show, it was Sharif actually, talked about training Mostert next year, trading him for like a 4th or 5th round pick. And at his age, first of all, I don't know if we could get a 4th or 5th round pick, but we're doing what we need to be doing. We're bringing in the younger running backs. We have Mostert to mentor them and bring them along. And we've already done that with Chan. Go ahead.
And most of his contract's only $3.5 million a year.
Yeah.
So, and everybody else, Brooks is on a rookie contract. The Chan's on a rookie contract. Obviously, Wright's on a rookie contract because we just drafted him. So you're not spending anything on those 3 guys to be there.
No, and something we had said, because it was Ali the Persian, we were talking because it was on TFTG, but one of the others, and we said that Jeff Wilson will probably definitely get traded by the time the season starts.
Is that me?
What?
I don't know if I froze or you froze.
It could have been both of us. Who knows? I freeze. You know, I got to get a new computer. On my end, I'm freezing, and what I see is I'm like a robot. But yeah, by the time season starts, I could see us trading Jeff Wilson with the running back core that we already have. I don't see us needing 6 running backs. First of all, I don't even know if we'll keep 5 running backs. So Jeff Wilson, I could see us trading. Now, Ali the Persian brought up the fact of he thinks possibly we could be trading Berrios, which anything's possible.
You know, that one I definitely see as possible, you know, because if they want to keep the younger kids, and Berrios' contract is not that big, there would be other teams, you know, that might need a kickoff return, a punt returner that are willing to take over his contract. So that's definitely possible.
Even a slot receiver, you know, he does good at slot receiving.
Yeah, we just don't use him.
No, I know. We only used him when we had to use him when everybody else was injured.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins will look at for Devon Achane to take more strides after his monster rookie season, and veteran Raheem Mostert should still get opportunity to run on fresh legs after his career year, which I hope so. Not only did we add Jalen Wright's 4.3840 to the running back room, but physically speedy tight end Jonnu Smith, who in 2023 reached a top speed of 21.15 miles per hour. The third fastest speed by any tight end in the next-gen stats era. Veteran wide receiver Odell Beckham is a reliable option with sure hands, coming off a career-best 16.1 yards per reception, which I'll take that all day, every day, 365 days a year.
Yes and no, because that's kind of skewed because he didn't have a ton of catches. Where in his prime years, he had a lot more catches, so his yardage per catch was down from that, but he had a lot more catches.
But you know what? I'll still take it.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, if they're going to target him 50 times and he can average 15, 16 yards a catch, absolutely.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Yeah. It's you can't go wrong with that. I mean, it's just an incredible stat itself. That's all we got on how the Dolphins offense will take the next step in 2024. Right now, we're going to jump to a quick commercial break. What's
up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also, reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
That's our good friend Chef Jew down in South Florida. Call him up if you want some sweet treats, good food, whatever. He's available. He's a good guy.
And his sweet treats are definitely that. They are good.
John, have you ever met his father?
I don't think I have, but I wouldn't swear that I haven't. I meet so many people at tailgate that it's hard to keep track of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually met his father. He was at tailgating, but then I seen him again. He actually works the parking lot sometimes too. He was walking around with Chef Jew at one point, tailgating. So
give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time. So if you want some sweet treats, some catering done for your parties or something, you live in South Florida, go see Chef Jew. Ryan AP, the two young talented backs have one of the best pros in front of them to learn from. Great running back room we have. Should be fun to watch again. I agree. Oh, Brian, you say Achane was a huge surprise for you. I sat there from the time we drafted him, and you can ask anybody on the show. From the time we drafted him all the way up until like the third, fourth game when he first started running, making them huge open plays, that, I said keep an eye out for him. I said he's going to be something special from the time we drafted him, because I looked at, he went to Texas A&M. I know a little bit about Texas A&M. And I watched his stuff, watched all his videos, and watched some of the games. And, yeah. Welcome back, John. I was just going over Ryan AP, he had stated two young talented backs have one of the best pros in front of them to learn from. Great running back room we have. Should be fun to watch again. But then he says that Chan was a huge surprise for him. I told him, you ask anybody on the show how I said keep an eye out for him.
Oh, yeah, right
from the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the time we drafted him, I said just keep an eye out for him. He's going to be something special. And so far, that's only his first year. We can't say he's everything yet, but if he can perform like he did last year and stay healthy, he'll have 1,000. He'll have 1,200 yards, I would say.
Oh yeah. Yep. And it is the NFL. It's hard to stay healthy. You know, you got big guys, bodies flying at you, hitting you. You know, it's easy to sprain the ankle and knee or something because of the physicality of the game. So,
the way the body gets twisted up and everything in the tackles. Yeah, I agree with you.
Absolutely. Even in the piles. I mean, you know, guys are flying in from different angles, and you see all these bodies piled up, and you know, you get friendly fire injuries. You know, one defender will tackle, and the next guy comes in and hits the other defender instead of the player he's trying to hit because he's already been hit. So,
yeah. Oh yeah. How many times have we seen, you know, two defenders going after an offensive guy, and they end up hitting each other harder than they hit the offensive player.
Absolutely.
And they're both out. Yeah, we've seen it in person before.
Absolutely. I've seen it on TV in person over the years. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're running full speed. You can't just stop, you know.
No. And, you know, when you're running full speed, you're a defender, you're running full speed at an offensive player, you don't want to try it. You could probably just stop on a dime pretty much, but you're trying to get this guy. And you both end up diving at the same time, Adam. You can't help it if shit happens, plain and simple. Shit happens.
They're just trying to do their job, and they end up getting hurt because of it.
Eichenberg has done that some. Jackson has cleaned it up. Yeah, well, I can't. As the days go by right now, I'm getting more and more excited for the whole thing. And I can't wait to see our brother Saul come to Buffalo game. I mean, that's going to be a good one.
Yep.
I got to see if I can find any orange parking passes and stuff. If not, I'm just going to be parked in the yellow. And you'll see me, you know, come over about 11:30 for 1 o'clock games, you know.
Well, check the websites, check Ticketmaster and stuff like that, because some people do put them up there.
Yeah, I know. And I know I got someone who'll sell me some pretty much just whatever games he doesn't use his he's got two of them. One's orange, one is black for his handicapped granddaughter, I think. And whenever they're not coming, he sells me that one for like $5-10 above his cost and stuff, which is great compared to what they've been selling for.
Absolutely. Price costs you more to park than it does to go into the game.
Yeah, it does. I mean, last year I seen them as much as $300 for an orange parking. I saw yellow parking going for $150.
Yes.
And I know what I pay for my yellow parking.
It ain't $150.
No.
But I know what we pay for orange, and that's a step above yellow. So.
And we don't even pay $100 for yellow parking.
I know.
And you know, it's ridiculous. I'm still on. I got to try and find someone I need to write to about this. I am on the kick of. I have ADA seating because I have my ADA pass at American Disability Act. If you have a season ticket ADA seating, you should automatically be able to get a season ticket ADA parking pass, which is the black pass. And I mean, that is, and I got to get my wife on it, maybe talk her to write. And if I can find out actually who to write to, maybe I'll talk to, the one gal that's in charge of the clubs and stuff, see if she can send me in the right direction.
Shit, just email everybody. Email Hobby. Email your rep. Email the Miami Dolphins themselves.
My rep is as far as that, you're still on there's nothing new, still on the list. You know, I'm sorry. That just can't be that way. So, yeah, it's there's a lot. We got less than 14 minutes, folks. If you have any questions, throw them out. Good evening, Shake Money.
Shake
How you
Money,
doing,
what's
my
up,
brother?
brother?
I did send the link out. You know what? I never put it up on the panel though. That's dumb me. Well, or I should say old me.
You ain't that old, brother.
My mind and my body is, though, unfortunately.
Well, my body is. My mind's not.
Yeah, my mind's not that old. It just ever since I had 3 surgeries plus 2 scopings and stuff, being under anesthesia so much in less than a 3-year period, it really screwed with my memory and stuff. Ryan AP, who is our guy's projected starting 5 on the O-line? Armstead. I'm going to say Armstead for left tackle, right? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Brewer at center. I'm looking at Brewer at center. Who is it? Brian. I'm not the best with names. Sharif, what's up, brother? Win, I think is possible to be in there. Or yeah. Jackson is gonna have to prove gonna have to fight for the right guard position. I think Eichenberg he's really gonna have to step up if he wants to be in there anywhere in a starting position. All I can say is right now is well, I think Jackson, Wynn, Brewer, and Armstead are the definite 4. Yeah, Driscoll. Yeah, I take Driscoll for the other guard too. Yeah, I think those 5. Yeah, I forgot about Driscoll because we signed him from free agency. Yeah, those are pretty much the 5. I would say for my 5 for starting O-line. So.
Yeah, I mean, they brought a lot of different guys in just to see, for depth guys. So,
and it's, training camp is going to tell us a lot. It's hard to say right now who we project, but Armstead's going to be there. And far as a center, Brewer's going to be the center, unless for some reason we end up signing what's his name back, and that's going to be depending on how healthy he is.
Yeah, we were talking about that a couple weeks ago. His agent said he's fully healthy. No, he's
yeah.
Get into a physical. Let the team look at you. Then let the team tell me where he's at.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Brewer will definitely be our starting center
right now. Yeah, unless Connor Williams is healthy and can play, then maybe you move Brewer over to right guard.
Yeah, but there was also another player that someone was talking about it. He's a UDFA that can play guard and center, and he's done very well at center, and he is a big boy that he believes will make the team. And oh God, I think he said like Bill Johnson or something like that. Told you my memory, short-term memory really sucks, and I hate that, especially on a talk show like this. Trying to pull things up, pull it out my ass, and it's not working. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. We really won't know. In my opinion, I won't know until I see at least the first week of training camp of what I'm looking at, who's playing where. I'm going to have to try and keep track of things a little better than I have in the past, even if I have to take notes and stuff.
Well, then, I mean, none of us are going to know until they do the cut down to the final roster when they go from 90 to 53.
Which is August 27th is that day. That's going to be either August 27th or August 29th, one of those 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, that's when we'll really know what's going on and who's slated to start where. And I mean, because listen, you get guys that blow out knees in training camp. You get guys that break an ankle in training camp. I mean, it happens. It's part of the nature of the beast. So I mean, you hope everybody stays healthy. You hope to make it through, but how many times you turn on the TV and then so and so blew a knee out in training camp, a wide receiver, a corner, I mean, look at what was it last year? Ramsey got hurt during training camp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we were all surprised just to see him at training camp at times standing around without crutches and stuff. And
yeah,
he was.
That's when last year during training camp. That's when I was joking. Said Tyreek, save that for the opposing teams. Don't break the ankles of our guys.
Thank you, Sharif. It's Matthews. He's a center, undrafted. We have 4 centers in camp. We have potential depth, which is good because we had no depth for center last year. Well, but I think
out of those 4, I think Eichenberg is one. So, I mean, he played center some.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday, August 27th is when they cut down to the 53 because it's the following week is when is the week. Charlie horse in the thigh. Cramp in the thigh. The following week is pretty much an open week right before the season starts.
Right.
So, and I'm pretty sure most of the stuff, as we know, is with NFL is on a Tuesday. So, yes, Shake, I know we do have Eichenberg. Thank you, brother. Yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see. And even as I brought up on this other show, it's going to be interesting to see who we actually end up cutting.
Yeah,
because
I've said all along, we're going to cut a name or two where people are going to be shocked.
Yeah, well, we've all been saying that. I think, there's going to be some heads turning when we cut this one or that one to be like, "What? You're kidding me? Really?" It's like, yeah. Our coaches see something better.
And they're the ones out there watching them.
Yeah.
They're the ones giving them direction and telling them what to do and then seeing if they can do it.
We're in training camp watching them at time, but that is minuscule to what these coaches see these guys doing.
Well, not only that, you're there watching. You're seeing them practice. You're seeing them warm up. You're seeing them run plays, but you don't know the play that was called. You don't know what they were told to do.
Oh, yeah.
And then able to go out and execute it and do it according to what the coaches are telling them.
Yeah, I think we're all laughing at Shake. We do have Eichenberg. Yes, Eichenberg. I tell you what, he did do a decent job filling in for what he had to do. Would I want him as a starting center? I'm sorry, not right now. He has to have more snaps under his belt before I would say he's a starting center.
I mean, he did adequate filling in. I mean,
Yes, he did. He did what he needed to do. He was next man up, and he stepped up.
Yeah. I mean, he had some bad snaps here and there, too low, too high, too right, too left, but that's the inexperience of not doing it repetitively over and over. Even the best centers in the world have bad snaps every now and then.
Yes, I know. I agree with you on that. I don't get me wrong. I love him as a player. I do like Eichenberg as a player. I like all my Dolphins as players. And I like several of them as people, too. They're good people. Did you see Tyreek is expecting another baby?
Yes.
A little girl this time.
Yep.
And I only think that's like his second girl, actually. So he seemed extremely excited.
I don't know. I don't try to keep up with his
No.
number of children and babies, mamas, and everything else. So
No, I know, but at least it's with the woman he's married to. I'll give him that much. Oh. You got any last words today, John? I'm going to play a commercial for the ending of the day. And
no, I think we covered, there's not a lot to cover. It's just, articles that we see, different random stuff. I did see another article that said, who do we sign first, Hill or Tua? Because Hill now wants an extension. He's wants to go beyond what he said he was going to play, which is fine because he's probably got millions of dollars in child support he's got to pay. So,
Yeah.
He's going to need.
Yes. Well, I think we said that when he said he wanted to retire. He said he can't retire. He's got too many kids he's got to take care of.
Yeah, and they're all little. I mean,
Exactly.
Not like they're teenagers or graduating high school. They're all little. He's got a lot of years to go paying all this child support and take care of them and get him through school and college and whatever else. So he's going to be.
Yep.
I think he's going to be around a lot longer.
I agree with you. Other than that, I appreciate everyone joining us. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Huddle Sports Network. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, everybody joining us, everybody chiming in. Other than that, we're going to call it a day. And peace, love, and fins up, everybody. God bless y'all.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.